Hello and welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Peyton. Over the past few days, I have been brewing and playtesting and changing things about a deck like a crazy person. The end result of my hard work and lots of time spent on this thing is a Deathrender deck that is decently playable in Legacy. I'd like to do a quick intro on some things here, and then I'd like to do gameplay. I'm really looking for some suggestions about this because it could use work. Definitely could use work, even though it is fairly viable. I've had numerous successes with it in its form as it is seen here. So obviously, playset of Deathrender, Stoneforge Mystic, basic things like that when it comes to this deck. And for fatties, we have obviously a Chroma and Emrakul are my choices here. I like a Chroma because she's big and hasty, and really quite powerful, especially when you put a Deathrender on there, it becomes an 8/8. Hard to kill, things like that. Fauna Shaman and Eladamri's Call help find these two. I'm a little iffy on Fauna Shaman's placement because I won't necessarily always have a creature card in hand to use. Plus, she's not hasty, so she could easily eat removal before I get a chance to search one of these two. The reason I'm not just playing two playsets of these guys is because I'd like some flexibility in which one I can grab in a given situation. Obviously, Akroma is better than Emrakul in some cases. If I want quick damage as fast as I can get it, because I need to win, I may go for Akroma. If I need to absolutely waste a board position, I will go for Emrakul. Because generally, Emrakul cannot be dealt with. Krosan Wayfarer and Children of Corliss, I have these guys just because they have instant speed sacrifice abilities, and they only cost 1 mana. And basically, yeah, that's it. Plus, I can gain some value off of either of these depending on what's going on. I can do this in their turn and gain some life. I can do this in my turn if I have an extra land in hand and get land that way. Mother of Runes, Noble Hierarch, basically just support, mana fixing, protection from kill spells, etc. Swords to Plowshares is pretty obvious, and then a land base. Sideboard, I don't know if it's obvious, but I'd like to hose counterspell decks. So I have Grand Abolisher. Inkwell Leviathan is against decks that are playing, obviously, a playset of Swords to Plowshares, and a playset of Path to Exile, and a playset of whatever other kill spell you can think of. A 9/13 Shroud tends to be hard to deal with. So that's why I have Inkwell Leviathan. Sword of Fire and Ice and Umezawa's Jitte. Basically, yeah, just if I want to go for more aggressive on the equipment, I'll take out 2 Deathrender and put in these guys, and if I happen to have a Deathrender in hand, Stoneforge Mystic finds one of these two. So, in that regard, and then Sanctity and Void are obvious inclusions against a variety of decks like Storm. We have Leyline of Sanctity. So that's basically it for the green-white Deathrender deck. I tried making a black-white version of the Deathrender deck as well, which I have been a lot more unsuccessful with. Probably too many lands, not a lot of support. Trying to go for Innocent Blood off a Doomed Traveler equipped with a Deathrender doesn't always happen so nicely. And it's pretty vulnerable. Sideboard is just weird. I don't know what I was doing. I guess just more of a Death and Taxes style sideboard with lots of equipment and Serra Avenger, but anyways, yeah, it's just not quite as good as the green-white version through testing. So enough on the intro to this deck. Let's take it into the chat room. And play some Legacy. Oh, good. An instant opponent. Okay. Never mind. Why do people do that? You join a game, play the game. as I don't like people who quit after just one game when they realize they're not playing against a tier or something. It gets a bit annoying at times, but it happens. I won't bore you too much with waiting on an opponent. I will pause if this takes more than perhaps another minute, something like that. And where are the opponents? Hiding somewhere. There are almost 1,000 people online and nobody wants to play a game of Legacy. It's a little hard to believe. Yes, I'm going to oh, never mind. Why does that always happen to me? I say I'm going to pause and I never get to. Okay. We'll keep. Huh. That's pretty nice, but we're going to open with a Noble Hierarch. Well, this guy's moving at the speed of light. A Flicker Wisp. Yeah, that's an oops. Okay, Revoker, we're playing Death and Taxes. Yep. Alright. Let's play a Marsh Flats and go for double Mother of Runes. See what he has to say about that with his Phyrexian Revoker. He may play a Wisp. Okay, no, he's just killing a land. Looks like. That's obnoxious. And Stoneforge Mystic. Could this deck be viable in monocolor? That way I can play a lot of basic land and avoid pesky wastelands. I'd like some advice on that, please. Okay, let's do this. We'll just leave that tapped. Let's see here. Could I do anything? I'll do it right now while he's tapped out. And next turn I should be able to play Deathrender. So, that's it for this turn. He may have another Revoker. I don't know about that. He may wisp his Stoneforge Mystic, who knows? He did get a sort of lighten shit. Alright. That's annoying. He'll probably just put the sword into play at the end of his turn with the Stoneforge Mystic. That's good. How about another Noble Hierarch for you? And because of Exalted, when I attack with Emrakul... Yep, thought so. Because of Exalted, when I attack with Emrakul, I should do 19 damage. Hopefully he doesn't have Wasteland. Thalia. That's pretty annoying. Okay, the Coreless Kids, obviously. And until I get another land or even another Hierarch, there's nothing I can do about playing this Deathrender because of Thalia. So therefore, I'm going to attack with a 2-3. Yeah, that's not good at all. Land, please. That's not helpful at all. That card deserves its place in Death and Taxes. It really does. And there's the 3-3. Hopefully he does not have a Revoker, or he's just going to... Ah, shit, come on. Alright, well... Three Wastelands gone. And... our protection from White Mother of Runes. Oh, hoo 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 hoo. True, true. That's not good. I have a very, 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 very limited chance to live right now. This is unfortunate. And I go down to 2. That's really bad. Even the Stoneforge Mystic is a few turns too late. Let's go to game 2. Alright. Death and Taxes, Death and Taxes. There's not much in the sideboard against Death and Taxes. Destroy all white creatures doesn't help us at all, and I don't know if there's even a card that says that, but there probably is. I know there's mass calcification or whatever that destroys all non-white creatures. Okay. Void, no. Sanctity, no. Inkwell Leviathan, not particularly helpful. Grand Abolisher, Swords, nothing's helpful here. We'll play it like it is, and hope for a more successful game, too. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic, Crozen Wayfarer. It's decent. Just in case he brought in Pithing Needle or something for my fetches. Oops. No, I want Savannah. in play. We've got everything we need to hopefully go off here if I don't get absolutely murdered on lands. Ah, shit, I should be going for basics. From now on, let's start getting some basics in play here. Definitely the smart thing to do in this situation. And oops. Ah, goody. Okay. I was hoping perhaps he would target the Wayfarer so I could sacrifice it and get some value. Deathrender is the #1 play priority right now. And he can just name Deathrender and, yep. Damn it. There's an Acroma. Which could be useful. At the end of his turn, we will just play Eladamri's Call and get an Emrakul. Yeah, not doing so well. I need to draw swords now. Shit. Alright, well. Death and Taxes is really good. So, yeah, now that he's got a sword on that guy, I don't have green creature kill, I don't have green artifact kill. It's practically a good game at this point. So please, obviously this deck needs some help. Alright. Children of Corliss, and we'll just do an Eladamri's Call. Pretty much just for the hell of it, since there's nothing else I can do. Well, why not just grab a Noble Hierarch? Oops. It's pretty much a good game. Hanging on. I can't kill his guy, so. Yeah, I concede pretty much. So, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have some good suggestions for this deck. And hopefully I can improve this to the point where it really can beat decks like Death and Taxes, which have well-established combos and nuances that allow them to win. So, thank you for watching.